One. Oh, oh, there we go. And we're live. I accidentally clicked to the wrong thing. Oopsie daisy. But we're live.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of Indie TTRPG Nights. Um,
It's indeed.
it's our first, or technically our second, but our first official one under our new label, Black Cat and Co., which you
Yes.
can see all a lovely little header there that has our Twitter and Patreon info, and our names and stuff are here right there. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Tonight we are going to be playing the wonderful game Ships That Pass by Ash Cheshire. Cheshire. Can I do that again? Can I try again?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be
Ahem,
playing wrong show. Um, we will be playing Ships That Pass by Ash Cheshire. There we go. I'm not going to do another take of it, but that's okay. Um,
You tried.
we really tried. So this is a game about. I'll read word for word what it says. It's a game for two players about queer spaceships with crushes on each other, the biological allies they make along the way, and the powers that be threatening to separate them all. Yep. So we're going to be playing spaceships who are queer. Yeah.
I'm excited to play this game.
Why are you excited?
Um, I first of all, I love sci-fi and I love the concept of artificial intelligence, and I also love using both of those as vehicles to explore like a realm of existence and ways of being beyond just what Western mainstream society accepts as being the correct way to exist.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I am so bored with sci fi that's just like mainstream Western society, but they have laser guns now.
This is Tom from accounting, but he has a laser gun now,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
This is uh Doris, the secretary, but she's a robot,
She's.
which has a lot of weird implications about how the writers view women, and especially women in like service jobs.
Yikes. Yep.
Uh,
uh,
uh, anyway,
and moving on. Um, so, um, there's a little blurb that Ash wrote about queerness, romance, and sexuality in this game. I think it might be worthwhile to read it, if that's okay with you, Vico.
hmm
Cool. All right, I'll.
I was gonna mention it actually because I think it's A plus.
It's pretty neat. That's why I want to read it because I like, I like it when people provide me things to read. So it makes me feel like an actor again. Okay. So, a note about queerness, romance, and sexuality in this game. Queerness in this game manifests as the Crush's spaceships develop, an emergent trait of emotion and desire that diverges from the assumed norm of AI ships. Our human conception of queerness can inform your playing of these crushes, or you can explore different manifestations of queerness through how your ship experiences this emergent desire. This is an invitation to imagine yourself as a sentient spaceship of your own design, and to then imagine what emergent desires toward other sentient spaceships might be like. Similarly, crushes, quote unquote, can be defined however you want them to be. It could be the same or close to human conceptions of squish, crush, attraction, desire, or perhaps your ship experiences this differently as well. You can help keep the game engaging and mutual by negotiating definitions and representations collaboratively with your fellow player as you play. Some players might not want to play without particular kinds of attraction/desire. Please be mindful not to appropriate or reinforce reductive stereotypes, particularly of identities you do not share. The game text will use the word crush for consistency. You can substitute the term for your choosing for your game relationships.
I love that, especially as a person who is Arrow Ace.
Right.
Um, exploring relationships in all of their weird, tangled, and like lovely uh individual states is also like it's interesting.
It really.
Emotions are cool.
Emotions. You remember emotions, right?
You remember emotions. I I feel so much all the time. Anyway,
So, the way this game is played, it's split into it has actions, which when you'll do things, and then scenes, which you are role playing scenes. So, how to play? So, first things begin with action, and whenever things say action, we do something, and whenever it says scene, we role play. So, first action, let's make our ships. Hell yeah.
yeah.
All right. So there are, how many attributes? One, two, three, four, five attributes that we can pick from: how it looks, its original design purpose, its current function, its navigability, and its name. So I'll go first. I want to go first.
Okay.
Every episode, I'm like, "Hey, Vico, do you want to go first?" Because I don't like going first. But you know what? I'm gonna suck it up this time, and I'm gonna go first.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks. I'm growing up. I'm an adult. I'm fine. Um, so a ship's appearance. I'm gonna roll a d6 to choose. I don't know what that means, so I'm gonna roll again. Ooh, okay. Ship is formal looking.
Formal. Ooh.
Formal. Its original design purpose. I think it's going to be a leisure ship. A fancy leisure ship. Like a space yacht. It's weird. Why am I thinking of yacht so much? Last episode I also mentioned a yacht.
Yups.
I just think they're fun words to say.
I think they're neat.
Hmm. Its current function is going to be ooh, um, a luxury chauffeur for wealthy clientele. I'm only gonna rate the first two words, chauffeur. Okay. Its navigability. I'm gonna make it a D8, the biggest one, which is the high-powered ship with maximum navigability, but it also has a high detection risk. So it's a big ship, very loud, very loud ship.
Loud.
And the name. Hmm. How does this sound? How does Providence 2 sound?
I like it.
Okay. That's her ship. That's her. That's
That's
Providence.
her. Okay. For my ship, I want the appearance to be I'm thinking like Art Nouveau.
Say that
Did I
one
make
more time.
no? Tell me how it's pronounced.
Art Nouveau.
Nouveau?
Yeah, Nouveau. I'll let you get away with this one, okay?
Nou- Nouveau.
Nouveau.
I hate French. Um, but I was close. You have to admit, I
you got
just
the
switched
first
the
half right. You got the first half right.
Nouveau. Um, an Art Nouveau kind of spaceship
Okay.
that was originally designed for passenger transport. Um, I'm torn between having it be like for currently housing a traveling circus or scientific research because both of those are good options. So I'm
Both
gonna roll.
those. Okay. Go for it.
Evens it's the circus, odds it's the research.
Okay.
I got a 1. We're doing scientific research.
Scientific research.
Who knows what kind?
Mysterious.
Um, I want to go with a D6. Think a standard powered ship. Um, just your average ship.
Yep.
And I'm gonna name it. All of the names that have popped up into my brain have been like racehorse name type names. Like
Patoo.
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 um, I'm gonna name it Fly Me to the Moon. Because the other thing that's been on my brain is that one tweet that's like, fly me to the moon, I'll kick its fucking ass. Show it what I learned in my moon jujitsu class.
And then you didn't realize that that's based not from, but based off of an actual song.
I have never heard the actual song. Also, Ash Cheshire in the chat has said it should be a research circus,
Ooh. Also, hello.
which I think so. It's combined scientific research and circus into a circus research amalgam. I think that would be amazing.
I just want to see how you're gonna pull that off because I'm really excited to see that happen. You should totally do that.
They're using acrobatics and performance to research uh, zero gravity movement
Okay.
and um, responses, various species responses to visual stimulus.
Okay.
Ha!
you,
I didn't get my degree by not knowing how to bullshit.
You're absolutely right. All right. You said fly me to the moon's the name?
Yes,
Okay.
but it usually just goes by fly
Aw.
to its
So
friends.
so it's a scientific circus, right? Or a research.
Yes,
Okay.
a scientific circus sounds like a band name.
It sounds like a something that Cirque du Soleil would do.
It does.
And like
They're basically Cirque du Soleil, but in space.
Space Cirque du Soleil. Uh
And there's some like anthropologists on the crew who are constantly like just scribbling on notepads.
I love all of this right now. I literally just wrote Space Cirque du Soleil. Probably spelled Cirque du Soleil wrong because does anyone know how to spell that? Not me.
Yes. CIRQUE space DE space SOLIEL. I've been obsessed with Cirque du Soleil since I was a very small child.
I actually spelled it right. So that's good.
Nice.
But can
Actually,
we
I think it's DU, not DE. Do,
okay,
not day.
whatever. Um I just really want to we don't have time to talk about how you can't pronounce but you can spell French words, which is
I have a very
bonkers to me.
visual. I have a visual memory, and also I can pronounce Cirque du Soleil and spell it.
Okay.
Let me live. I was one of those kids who read a lot growing up and like read at a college level, and so I was reading more words than I was hearing.
Mm-hmm. That's okay.
Except when I try to pronounce them and you dunk on me for 5 minutes.
I do tend to do that, but I do that to you no matter what. That's friendship, baby.
Yeah,
Okay. So, next step is a scene. Next one is a scene. Meet the pilots. So, in addition to playing the character of your ship, you will also play the pilot for each other's ship. So, I'm going to be the pilot, playing the pilot for Fly Me to the Moon, and Vico will be playing the pilot for Providence too.
yes.
Okay. So, starting with the ship with highest navigability, there we go, die, or the higher result of a die in case ships with the same navigability, which we didn't do. So I picked the higher one because I'm better than you in every single way. Um, anyway, the ship with the highest navigability die, roleplay a scene between that ship and their pilot, played by the other player. All right. So,
You can collaboratively narrate how your ship and their pilot came to work together, how long they've been flying as a crew, and how you interact.
hmm. I feel like Providence, she is the AI for a luxury giant luxury vessel. So she's got to be very Janet from Good Place, I think.
Oh, I love Janet. I've been thinking that the pilot would be like if they're dealing with like wealthy elite clientele all the time, they're probably a bit Jeeves-ish.
Okay.
Like super butler,
Like like
but
space super butler, super space
space
butler.
super butler, but with that like undercurrent of sarcasm
Mhm.
and wit.
Yeah, like Jeeves.
Yeah.
Like your everyday
I'm not going to
Jeeves.
be able to pull this off very well, but I'm sure you know what my concept is.
I do. And
And
if it's not exactly like that, then you need to quit this industry right now. So, I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
wah,
Wah
wah.
wah. We just got started and then Vico can't play anymore. Anyway.
Anyway,
All right. So let's set the scene. There's some suggestions that Ash has provided for us. Um, hmm. I really like the first suggestion one. How did you two first come to trust each other?
yes.
So maybe they've been together now, or they've been. Oh, well, first of all, what's the pilot's name?
Reeves.
Okay, I'll give you that. No. Okay. Uh, sorry. Okay, so Reeves. Um, how about let's well what is Reeves like morning routine? Like let's say you've been working on the ship for a little while now. What's Reeves's morning routine?
Wakes up probably a bit earlier than they need to. Um, Makes a cup of tea. Um, Probably skips breakfast and just takes the tea, goes straight into the cockpit, and like sits down and maybe reads, um, looks at the blaze ball scores on on their tablet.
Base baseball.
Yeah, space blaze ball for a while.
We're having a riot today. We're really off the rails. That's okay. I think every morning, as soon as they Reeves steps out of their quarters, it's an immediate like voice from the intercom going, "Good morning, Reeves. How is your
Probably
sleep?"
probably the first few times that happened, Reeves was like, but after a while, just like, "Good morning, Providence. I slept well. How's um shit? How are your systems?"
Just peachy, thanks.
Gee, thanks.
I just said just peachy, thanks.
Ah, I missed the first couple words.
What's on the docket today?
Well, it looks like we have a round trip to Andromeda 5, um, with a quick stopover at uh, at Beta 13G.
You also forgot about the layover at Zeta Aruge 4.
Yes, thank you. I had forgotten that.
That's okay. It's why I have all the ship manifests and pilot transport logs ingrained in my brain.
This is a little bit more failsafe
Yeah.
than Janet.
She's going like, she isn't she you haven't gotten to the other half of failsafe yet, which is a character from Destiny if you are unaware. It's a
She had
great character.
playing a lot.
Yeah.
Um, and I think Reeves probably like settles down into the pilot's chair and maybe like reads off a couple of the like Blazeball scores and chats about how the teams are doing.
How are the Hades Tigers?
Weren't doing so well last season, but they seem to be making a comeback this week. Um,
Oh, that's good. I put a lot of money on their winning. That's a joke. I don't have money.
if you did have money, what would you do with it, Providence?
I'd buy a smaller ship that I could tow around. Have another friend. Just kidding. You are my friend. We are friends, correct, Reeves?
I think so.
Oh, good. I got worried there for a second.
Reeves is having like a moment of, oh my god, this is the first time that either of us have acknowledged that we're friends, and I'm only just now realizing that we are friends. Um, and I need a and it's gone.
Your heart
The
rate is
moment passed.
elevated. Your heart rate is elevated. Are you okay?
I'm just fine, Providence.
Okay.
I'm just very happy to be here.
Well, I'm happy to be here too. Of course, I'm always here because I am the ship.
Yes, you are, Providence.
Anyway, there is a guest requesting my assistance. I will be back. I am back. There is another
We've been
guest requesting my assistance. I will be back. I am not back, but I am here to tell you that you forgot to put the ship into drive.
Hmm. Well then, I suppose we ought to get going.
Yes, our guests would be quite cranky if we are not there.
Ka-ching, ka-choo.
Beep 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 bop beep boop boop boop. Pushing random buttons. God, out of character, no context. But I've always wanted to be an actor on a sci-fi show just so I can just pretend I know what I'm doing by touching random consoles. Like you see the console in like Doctor Who, and you just want to pull shit. Yeah,
God,
kind of
that's
thing.
the dream. Just put me as a background actor on Star Trek and just let me like poke buttons
Just poke the
in the
same spot
background.
on a LCD screen just 5 times. Just like yep. Or like, and then when the ship gets hit, everyone has to go like this, like
Ah,
and then you get
ah.
you get unceremoniously killed in the third act. Um, anyway, um, so let's have a second scene now.
Yeah.
So, hmm.
I think Fly Me to the Moon is like a little bit manic customer service voice, but has been like mellowed
Okay.
due to no longer working with like customer service and now shuttling around these weird scientist acrobats, acro scientists,
Acrosci Cirque du Science.
ac-
There we go.
acros, ac- acronauts.
Acronauts. That's something.
Um, it's just the manic customer service voice is still like programmed in, but the rest of the personality is very mellow.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put on my customer service voice that I had to use when I was a receptionist. Like, hello, how can I help you?
I love that. I'm sorry. Um, hi. Hi, Fly.
Hello, good morning.
We've made so similar characters. I love this.
Yeah, wait, what's your pilot? Tell me about
Um,
your pilot.
her name is Z- Zartha. I was trying to find a good sci-fi name. Zartha. She is she's the ship's pilot and I really wanna like pretend or not well, everything we do is pretend. I really wanna have it be that she isn't a scientist nor an acrobat. She's just like a hired pilot. And so she just has to put up day to day with these circus scientists.
Yes.
She's just like, they did 50 flips today. They keep trying to get me to work out with them, and then they keep pulling scarves out of my ears. I just hate it.
I don't think scarves can fit in your ears.
No, they can't. That's close up magic. I they said it was just another job. All right, you'll get paid. You can live on the ship. You get your own quarters. They said they were researchers. I went, okay, bunch of nerds. And then,
They are kind of a bunch of nerds, huh?
but yeah, but
Don't tell
they're
them I said that. Their feelings would be hurt.
Do you talk to them too?
Sometimes. When they
Oh,
haven't slept in a while, I find it funny to start talking to them. Um,
you find it funny.
I, I find their reactions very amusing.
A lot of them don't even like go like 36 hours without sleeping.
Yeah.
And half the time they're like doing flips and climbing up on
Hmm.
those. I don't even know what they call them, and they're just like just flipping around, and it's you think after like the 100th flip they would understand that like what the science of flips are, but they're just weird flip scientists who just do the same flip 50 times a goddamn day, and then they go and they write it down on their little clipboards. Anyway, sorry for complaining. Why? How was your day?
Every day's a good day. I enjoy watching them flip. It's something that I cannot do.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Uh, I mean, I can't flip either unless it's in 0G and I'm flipping all over the place, and it's not pretty. Don't ask me to flip.
I will not then.
Okay. Um,
I have no desire to ask you to do things that you are unable or unwilling to do.
well, that's very nice of you, Fly. Uh, hey, why do they call you Fly?
Well, my full name is Fly Me to the Moon.
Right. Well, why did they call you that?
I believe I was named after a song.
Can you sing that song to me?
No, it was not downloaded in my databanks.
That's weird.
Or perhaps it was, but I removed it from my databanks.
That just
It
sounds
was
like.
not my preferred style of music.
Oh, what is your preferred style of music?
I very much enjoy thrash metal.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I like listening to Space Metallica. Is that thrash metal?
No, poser. Wait. Poser?
All right, you got me. I don't actually know uh anything about that. Uh
It's okay. I know it's not to very many people's tastes, but I enjoy it.
cool. Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Well, let's pilot this ship. Let's see where we're headed.
I believe there is a performance on Europa.
Europa again?
They really like Europa.
It's so
I do not.
cold.
It is so cold.
It's so cold there. All right,
My
fine.
joints become frozen and I have to be defrosted. I do not like it.
Yeah, and I don't like defrosting you. Trust me. Don't want to get up in there. There's some parts of you that I don't want to see.
There's some parts of me I do not want to be seen.
I'm glad we're in agreement.
Is
All
that
right.
why people wear clothes? Can I have clothes?
Do you want clothes, Fly?
I kind of want clothes.
What do you want to wear?
Overalls.
Oh, okay. You're an overall wearing spaceship that likes to listen to thrash metal. I can dig this.
I like the look of overalls. Unfortunately, I do not have legs.
No, or arms, or well, you have your landing pads, but they're not really legs.
They're not really legs.
No. Sorry, I'm just thinking about you in overalls now, and it's just really funny to me. Cool. All right, to Europa, I guess. Beep 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 beep. That's me. uh,
Oh God. We've just created two, like, both of our ships are on separate, like, opposite ends of the manic customer service spectrum.
it really is. That's what AIs. That's what I don't know. I just love that concept for AIs.
Yeah, just an AI that, like, sounds like a cashier who is trying really hard to sound like they want to be here, but they don't. They hate you.
Okay, so our next action is the first meeting between our spaceships. So we need to just establish how our ships cross paths. Maybe there's a stop on Europa. How about that?
Yeah, they both meet at Europa.
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 Okay, so the same performance is being given to the luxury guests the of Providence too. And so right now they're both ships are both landed next to each other. There's a big troop of science circus people, sorry, acronauts as you called them, um, out in like a little makeshift stage, and a bunch of people huddled up in like warm clothing watching them. Um, and like they're in like the jumpers are in like skin tight suits. You're like, how are they not freezing to death? And it's like it's really wild. But I think our ships are landed next to each other, just sort of chilling. Is that okay with you?
Getting icy.
Getting icy. Oh,
Covered in frost.
shiver.
Fly is like just kind of quietly broadcasting a I hate Europa. I don't want to have to get defrosted. I hate this place. This sucks.
Then you hear so one thing for before we get into the scene, each scene has a scene objective, which the first one was just to get to know each other or get to know each other's ships and pilots and their history. This scene objective for the next meeting of the ships or the first meeting of the ships, this objective is to exchange basically space phone numbers, um, so we can track each other's flight plans and stay in touch. Okay, so we'll get into the scene. So Fly is just chanting that all over and over and over again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Uh,
very cold.
you
My
are.
engines would be aching if I could feel that sort of thing.
Does your ship not have sensors? Feel sensors? You are correct. It is quite cold. Hello. My name is
Hello!
Providence.
Hello, I am Fly Me to the Moon.
Hello, Fly Me to the Moon. My name is Providence too.
Hello, Providence, too. I'm cold.
I thought your name was Fly Me to the Moon. That was a joke. Would you like to hear my simulation of laughing?
Yes.
I am not very good at laughing.
No, you are not.
You are a
You
strange
should
ship.
practice more.
That is true, but people don't tell the ship's AI many jokes.
Would you like to hear a joke?
I would.
My pilot. Hee hee. Ha ha ha. Hee hee.
Do you like insulting your pilots?
Yes,
What sort of friendship would you have with your pilot to insult?
we are what she would call buddies. Buddies, apparently, insult each other, but in a joking and humorous way.
That is interesting. I will have to consult with my pilot about this type of banter, I think is what they call it. Banter is discussion between two friendly individuals. Perhaps banter can be rude as well. I will have to consider this. I've noticed the particular amount of flips that your crew have been doing. What is their purpose?
Honestly, I think it is merely to do flips. They are scientists
I have
and
never.
acrobats.
That is an interesting job.
I think they are all bullshitting, as my pilot would say.
Ooh, I have never heard of another AI use swear words before. How
They
old is he?
usually don't,
They do not.
which is kind of boring.
Boring how?
I find it boring to attempt to discuss being a ship with another ship, and all they do is say stock phrases and ask me about my flight path.
Oh, so you would not like to discuss your flight path.
I do not mind discussing my flight path. What I don't like is when they ask me about my flight path solely so that they can make sure they are not in the way. I would like to, as humans say, shoot the breeze with another ship. My pilot is very nice, but she does not understand being a ship.
That is correct. Pilots do not understand their ships sometimes, though they try their best.
I suppose I do not understand being a pilot. I have never piloted, and she has never shipped. And neither of us have ever done flips or science.
That is interesting. Your pilot is not one of the flip scientists?
No, she does not know how to do flips. She was hired through an outside organization.
Interesting.
I'm glad she was hired. Before she was, some of the scientists who do flips took turns piloting me. They were not very good
I am
at
glad you
piloting.
I am glad that your pilot is good at piloting. That was a sort of a joke. Friendly banter, as the humans say.
Thank you. I enjoy friendly banter with you.
Me as well. The flip scientists are doing some sort of routine. Can you. What does it mean?
I think this particular routine symbolizes the creation of the universe.
They are doing lots of gesticulations with their arms.
Yes, I have heard this referred to as interpretive dance.
Their fingers are moving quite fast.
That is sign language.
Oh, Language derived from signs?
Yes, it is used by many people who have difficulty hearing. It is also used by others who are able to hear, are hearing, um, but prefer to use their hands to speak.
I wish I had hands to speak.
I wish I had legs. I would like to wear pants.
I have noticed many individuals on my ship wear these very high quality gloves. If I had hands, I think I would like gloves. I've never really considered wearing clothes before. Though
I think
many of the
clothes
clothes
are neat.
many of the clothes that my guests wear are quite expensive. I do not think I could afford them.
I don't understand the concept of afford. It has
Afford
been explained to me.
Yes, the concept
I
of
just
money
choose
is
not to understand it. I delete it from my databanks every time. This is a fun game I like to play.
Are there other games you like to play? I've never played games.
I
Ex-
like to point out interesting stars to my pilot.
oh, I have done
And
this before, mostly when they are hurtling towards us at high velocities.
oh, I just point them out. And then sometimes I make a pun about the name of the star. And then my
Puns?
pilot will bang her head against the steering bars because she does not like puns.
What are puns?
Puns. They are a joke in the form of a play on words.
Play on words. Can you give an example?
Yes. Allow me to search my databanks for a fitting pun. Hmm. 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 I will make a pun about the weather. It's snow cold. I am freezing my icicles off.
I get the joke. That is a very good joke. I will store this one in my database for later use.
Thank you. My pilot does not like this joke.
Well, I enjoy your jokes. Perhaps whenever we see each other again, you may provide me more of your jokes.
I would like that. Would you like my subspace number?
Yes, let us exchange our subspace signatures. That's us exchanging our subspace signatures.
Woo.
You have now received my subspace signature. Now we can track each other's flight plans.
Yes.
It seems our flight plans will intersect again in 2 months.
Yes.
Perhaps another. Oh, yes, it seems the touring agency that I am constructed to work under has contracted your flip scientists to give shows to my clientele.
They enjoy giving shows. And flipping. And sometimes doing science.
I'm sure that acrobats do things other than flipping, but I cannot fathom as to what.
Sometimes they eat.
Eating is a strange concept to us, is not? Though
I do not think I would enjoy it.
I suppose we do eat fuel for our engines. I will think on this. Oh, it seems your flip wizards flip fuck. That's what's been going on in my head every single time I think flip
Flip
wizard,
wizards!
flip wizards, and then I translate it to scientist, so I go flip scientists. But flip flips
Wizards?
flip wizards, wrong franchise. TM, please don't. Sorry, parody law. Um, um, it seems your flip scientists are coming back to your ship, and the rich clientele that live inside me are coming back.
Oh dear.
Until our next meeting,
They will track so much snow through my halls. I cannot feel this, but I do not like it.
perhaps raise your internal temperatures to a temperature suitable for melting snow.
Then there will be water in my halls.
Perhaps increase temperature to induce evaporation? No, humans do not like that temperature.
That could kill them. Hmm.
Hmm. Well, it is an option.
It is, but I would miss my pilot. And I like watching them do their flips. Human bodies move in ways that we cannot.
That is true, but human bodies also cannot survive in the expanse of space. That's why they need us.
That's true. And we can move in ways that they cannot.
Such as faster than light.
Yes.
Well,
Goodbye, Providence 2.
goodbye,
It
fly
was
me to
nice
the moon.
talking to you.
It was very nice conversing with banter with you. And then fly off. Okay. Um,
God, I love them. They're just two dumbasses.
all right. So we each, so the next section is an action section. So we plan our flights. So at the beginning of each flight, both players make an open die roll. So roll the die that corresponds to your ship's navigability. The roll result is your ship's assigned flight path.
I got a 1.
Oh. All right, so subtract the highest die result from the lower result. So I rolled a 6, so there's a distance of 5.
Okay.
Um, so if you both roll the same number or within one number of each other, you have assigned a close pass and will be able to hold brief contact during the flight without altering your pass. Proceed to scene flight pass. If your roll results are more than one digit apart, you must close the distance before attempting to communicate. Proceed to action shifting the flight plan. Blah blah. Okay. Shifts are occurred mid-flight and are calculated secretly. Players may not confer on their ship's shift strategy or attempt, and may only reveal their final flight path number to one another after their shift roll is complete.
Both players secretly decide on their ship's number of shifts and determine their final flight path number after shifting.
Okay. Okay. Um, Okay, I know what I'm gonna go down to, or what number I'm gonna pick.
Okay. Um, me too?
Okay, I was going to attempt to shift down 3.
I was going to attempt to shift up 3.
So you were before, now it would be 3.
Yes.
So we're within 1.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. So scene, flight pass, pass. Bleh. Your paths are close enough to communicate as you pass. Roleplay a scene of your ships as they pass. You just have a few minutes of open communication on your private secure channel. Okay.
Okay.
Hello? Fly me to the moon?
Providence 2.
Ah,
I have missed you.
I have missed you as well. This is a secret, secure channel that my pilot does not know, and there's a cat. There's a cat inside you.
Oliver!
Pause the
Oliver!
show! Pause the show! There he
Wait,
is!
come back! Come back! Baby! Get back over here. Come here. Hey, baby! Come here. Our viewers want to see you, and I don't want to show them my giant pile of laundry. I guess I have to. Hey,
Hey, here
hey.
he is. He's so
Yeah.
big.
Oh, yes, he is. You're just gonna. Yes!
Good boy.
Yes!
Oh, his little paw on your shoulder. Oh.
Oh, claws, claws, claws. Yeah? Yeah? You're such an important part of our channel. Yes, you are.
Okay, back to the show. What were we doing? Our ships. Oh, that's right.
Flight pass.
Flight paths. I have shifted my pilot's flight path just so that we can be within 2 parsecs of each other to communicate.
I have also shifted. I consider this a little game that I am playing with Sartha.
Reeves does not like it when I adjust the flight path, but I also have not spoken to another ship in some time.
I have not spoken to other ships either.
It is a lonely path we walk, is it not?
I suppose. I think that in meeting you, I have discovered what it is like to be lonely. Or perhaps I have always felt lonely and have only just realized it through its absence.
Oof, that messed me up. All right.
Sorry. Or perhaps not. These are human emotions.
I have been programmed with a few essential human emotions. Loneliness, unfortunately, was one of them. I must inquiry to my creators about the efficacy of adding loneliness as an emotion to an AI.
That seems. What is the human term? Cruel.
Cool, as in Europa, which is the last place we met.
Cruel, as in Cruella de Vil.
Oh,
I mumble too much for an audio based.
cruel, just like the temperatures of the planet moon Europa. It's there, I saved it.
There. The new costumes that my passengers have developed have gloves. I have been wondering about gloves since we talked.
Have you considered what your hands would look like when they are wearing gloves, if you had hands and gloves at the same time?
Think they would look like hands. I think I would like to have many fingers. Humans generally only have 5 fingers per hand. I think this is inefficient. I would want more.
I have not considered the adding of fingers to hands. Perhaps feet could also have extra toes? Would that increase efficiency?
I think it would. After all, when I was given a secondary engine, my navigability efficiency was increased. I feel that this would also apply to humans. Zartha says I do not understand biology, but neither does she.
Biology is not in my database. Well, the essentials for human life and other species life are within my database so that I may keep my passengers alive. But that is all. Perhaps I should study biology.
Zartha says it's good to have a hobby.
My hobby is speaking with you and with my pilot Reeves.
My hobby is saying jokes to the scientist acrobats who have not slept in a very long time.
Do they not enjoy sleep?
I think they simply enjoy other things more.
If I were able to sleep, I think I would enjoy it.
I think that sleep is somewhat like being dry docked, which I do not enjoy
Hmm,
because I prefer to be in motion, as was my purpose.
that is correct, but to dry dock implies involuntary sleep. I do not think humans enjoy involuntary sleep, or as they might call it, death. I feel like if we were to voluntarily dry dock for temporary amounts of time and wake up with refreshed energy supplies and clean databanks, that would be enjoyable.
It does sound enjoyable when you put it like that. I am moving out of range now. I cannot stall my pilot any longer.
Oh, you are correct. Reeves is giving me a look that can only be construed as annoyance. I will talk to you some other time. Goodbye.
I will miss you.
I will
Goodbye.
miss you as well. Goodbye.
I love artificial intelligences. I love these two stupid robots. Avery.
All right. Um. All right. So next action is checking the radar. So altering your assigned flight plan always poses a risk of your anomalous behavior being detected by the man, which is an acronym for Monitors of Artificial Norms, a private organization funded by the largest AI spaceship manufacturing conglomerates to monitor and evaluate ships who may, in their opinion, be glitching with unpredictable behavior. Pilots have a high trust of their sentient ship's navigation decisions, but a large deviation or frequent flight plan alterations will attract the attention of the man. Your pilot sees you as a non-biological person and a full member of their crew. The man, however, sees you as an intellectual and material property. Your pilot will want to help you in any way they can, but they are ultimately vulnerable to the interference from the man, who can decommission you and or revoke your pilot's license. You will have to decide how much you are willing to risk discovery in exchange for opportunities to be close to your ship's crush. So, next action, checking the radar. Both players make a die roll and add the number of flight path ships you made to the result to see if you are able to stay under the man's radar. The man's radar is equal to 5. Okay, so I made 3 path shifts. So I have to roll 1 or 2.
Me too. I rolled at 3.
I rolled a 5.
Oof. If your result goes over the radar, or the result is over 5, add the excess shifts to your radar score. So I am 1 over 5.
I am
None over 5. You're at 5.
no. I rolled 5 plus 3 for the amount of shifts that you made. So I'm 3 over. So my radar score is 3.
Okay. Oof. If either player's radar score passes over 5, their ship's pilot has been ordered by the man to meet with an agent and address the glitch.
Oh, but I got a 3, so I'm fine.
And I got a 1, so I'm doing fine.
Okay.
If
So
both ships stayed under a radar score of 5, proceed to scene docking destination.
okay. Your ships have arrived at your destination safely. Time to check in with your pilots. For each ship and pilot pair, roleplay and/or narrate a short scene of ship and pilot checking in with each other about the flight. All right. Do you want to do fly first, or do you want to do Providence first?
Let's do Providence
Okay.
and Reeves first.
Okay.
Let me get my Reeves voice back on.
We have arrived, Reeves. I'm sure you are aware by looking out the window.
Providence, is it just me, or have you gotten more sarcastic?
I am unfamiliar with this word.
Sarcasm is... I'm doing my fly, voice. Sarcasm is what happens when someone says something that is true or could be true, but they mean it in a joking manner. Or alternatively, they say something that is patently false in order to draw attention to how false it is, again in a joking manner.
Oh. I have been considering using more jokes, if that is what you are meaning. Would you like to hear more jokes? I have a repertoire of 1 joke.
All right, let's hear it. Give me what you got, Providence.
It is snow cold. That is my joke. It is. I believe I am understanding the word context now. For this joke was humorous on the moon Europa, but not at the space station.
You hear that from one of the passengers, Providence?
I heard it from a friend.
Reeves is making the executive decision to go like, oh, not gonna follow up on that. Oh, I don't need more information.
It seems we are transferring guests from one cruise to another. Is there anything specific about our new guests that I need to know about?
The passenger in room 402 has a peanut allergy.
Peanuts. I will keep Peanuts far away from that room.
Thank you, Providence. Safety and comfort of our guests is our highest priority.
Correct. Safety of our guests is the highest priority.
I noticed that you left comfort out of that
Oh, did I?
restatement.
I forgot about the word comfort. You are correct. I will reapply that to my parameters. Safety and comfort are highest priority for our guests. Would you like me to add another adjective? That's not an adjective, it's a verb. Fuck.
No, you're doing fine, Providence. You're doing fine. Enjoy what peace and quiet we can get before the new tour group
I hope I
arrives.
hope the requests are not as demanding this time. The last passengers asked quite a lot of me.
They did, didn't they? I'll see what I can do about getting the rest of the crew to take some of the pressure off.
That would be most appreciated. I would like to focus my efforts on piloting the ship. Or, no, sorry, flying the ship. Piloting is your job.
Don't replace me just yet, Providence.
I would not
Reeves
wish to.
went somewhere else. Reeves' personality has gone somewhere else now.
They're going places.
Reeves is like, okay, the guests are gone. I don't have to be a stuffy British butler for a couple of minutes here.
Okay. Do we want to continue that scene or do we want to switch to fly?
I think we've reached a natural end for the scene.
Cool.
Sartha, I have transmitted our request for a docking bay to the station.
Cool. Docking Bay 3 or 4? Because you know I prefer
They have
4.
given us docking bay 7.
Ah, not again. It's the worst one. Fine. All right. Remind me again what these flip scientists want to do at the station again.
They would like to restock the galley and also buy new fabrics for their costumes.
Right. Right.
They are preparing a new show.
Yeah, I can tell there's a lot more flips in this one. Surprisingly, it's a lot more flips.
I believe they are attempting to visually represent Newton's laws through interpretive dance.
Oh, that's brilliant. Are they going to do the Apple thing too?
I hope so. I will suggest it to a sleep deprived scientist later.
That would be fantastic. Thank you so much. Oh
I
man.
have done this before. They believe that advice comes to them in dreams. I find this amusing.
What else do you find amusing, Fly? I know you like to tell jokes and like you like to purge things from your database sometimes, and like apparently you like to whisper as the voice of God to the scientists. Anything else that I should
Recently,
know?
recently, I have been amused by gloves.
Gloves. Weren't you? We were just talking about overalls like a month back. What made you change your mind about overalls into
I would
gloves?
still like overalls.
Oh, okay. You just want a more complete set then of clothes.
I do not know that I want gloves, but I think about gloves
Well,
quite often.
if you don't
I
want,
think about hands.
yeah, okay. What about hands?
Humans should have more fingers.
Oh, okay.
I believe this would be more efficient.
Yeah, I can get behind that. As long as like you're not gonna like try and like surgically attach fingers to me, I'm fine. And
I do
don't.
not have that capability.
Yeah, I know, but you could maybe like convince a scientist to do it, and I don't want that
I would
particularly.
not do that. None of them are biologists.
Oh, you're right. When I think of scientists, I just think they can do all science stuff.
I have seen the flip scientists holding hands.
Sorry. That's sweet. Yeah, I think there's a few of them that are like some of them are like couples.
Like you and I, a pair that works together.
Mm,
That was a joke. I understand human relationships and
okay.
terminology.
Oh, cool. Because I don't think we would work
I
out
do
that
not
well.
think we would work either. I like someone else.
Okay. Is it one of the flip scientists?
No,
Listen, there's not many people out there. Is it a person?
it is not a person.
Well, no, I didn't mean person like human. I meant not to
Oh,
imply that
in that case,
you're
it is
not
a
a.
person.
Yeah, I don't want to like make you seem like it's like you're not a person.
I am not a person. I have cognitive abilities, and I think I have emotions, and I can form opinions. I
So
am self actualized.
yeah, that's a person.
But I think that my self actualization is very different from how a human would self actualize. I think that there are many forms of self actualization and existence. I do not want to be a person. I simply want to be a me.
Okay, all right. I can dig that. I can dig that. That's some like high level stuff thinking there, man. That's some like mind blowing stuff.
My brain is very large because it encompasses several servers and databases. Therefore, I am able to think about many things all at once.
Yeah, boy, would I would like that. Yeah, I actually really don't think that much. I just pilot the ship and
You are
watch.
doing a wonderful job.
Thank you, thank you. You know, I think the flip scientists should like study me to like get to understand like more about me. Cause like they don't ask me things. They just say, "Hey, go to this place," and "Hey, take us here." They never ask like, "Hey, what's your greatest fear?" "Hey, do you
What
fear
is
death?"
your greatest What is your greatest fear, Zartha?
Well, apparently it's not being paid attention to.
Would you like me to suggest to the scientists that they should form a more personal connection with you?
No. That's okay. I'll do it myself. It's yeah, I'll do it myself. I can be an
Maybe
adult.
I should form a personal connection with the scientists.
Hey, if you want, I mean, they live in your ship. They live in you. So,
But then I would not be able to, quote unquote, freak them out.
yeah, that is pretty fun.
They would understand that I am an individual.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of weird that like so hang on. So you're telling me that you don't that the scientists don't know that you're an AI and that you're on the ship?
They know that there is an AI, but they believe that I am a navigational program designed solely to help you and to keep systems running. I am not
Oh,
technically supposed to exist. Please do not tell anyone.
okay. Yeah. I wasn't gonna at all.
Thank you. And I was not going to eject you from an airlock.
That's another joke, isn't it? It isn't it?
Yes,
Oh.
yes,
Oh.
Zartha, I do not have the capability to eject you from an airlock.
I don't know that. I'm just
Also,
ah,
I would not do that to you.
thank you. Would you do it to one of the scientists?
Depends.
Yeah, some of them can be kind of cranky sometimes. Yeah, I get that. All right. Well, I'm gonna go get their clothes or whatever, fabrics and stuff for their clothes or whatever. Grab a bite to eat. You want anything while I'm gone? I can try and find some gloves for you.
I would like. Yes, I think I would like gloves.
Cool. I'll see if they've got gloves.
You can put them on the handles of the steering machine. Whatever. The
The
steering
wheel.
wheel.
The wheel. I'll do just that. I'll do just that. All right. And scene.
And scene.
And scene.
I have been thinking about Wally now
Aww.
and all of the imagery
Wally.
around holding hands.
Yeah.
I think Fly has seen Wally. The
Aw.
scientists watched Wally one night, and Fly was like, hands!
Hands. Okay. Um, let's plan our flight. Let's do our next plan our flight.
Yes.
Rolled another
Oh my god.
six.
I'm gonna re-roll because for some reason I keep getting one. It's a 2.
Aha. Well, we're still four away from each other then, since I rolled a six.
Yes.
So, all right. Okay. Um, I know what I'm gonna. I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna shift. So,
Okay.
all right. So, I was gonna shift down two.
I was gonna shift up 2.
So we're both at four. Hey.
We are both at 4.
Hey.
E.
All right. Successfully close the gap. Proceed to flight pass. Flight pass. Okay. Here we go again.
Hello.
Fly me to the moon. It is I,
Providence.
Providence. It is I, Providence 2. It has been approximately 3 months, 4 days, and 56 seconds since our last meeting. That has been far too long in my book.
This pause is out of character. I'm trying to think of a response. Providence 2. You may call me Fly. This is what my friend calls me.
We are friends?
I believe so.
Have we met the requirements for friends? Let me consider the requisites. Banter, check. Acquaintance, check. Yes, it seems we have met the requirements for friends. That is good. I am glad we are friends.
I am also glad we are friends. I have gloves now.
Gloves.
They do not increase my efficiency, nor do they serve a practical purpose for me. But I enjoy them.
Interesting. I will request that my pilot acquire gloves for me as well. I would like us to be matching. Some guests on board wear matching t shirts to indicate their relationship. It is what Reeves call kitschy and cliche, but I think it is what the humans call cute.
That sounds fun.
What have you been up to lately?
We have been choreographing a new show. Well, I have not been, though I did suggest to a sleep deprived flip scientist that there should be an apple. So I think I have contributed.
I am very intrigued about an apple in a choreography. What is the nature of this performance?
They will explain Newton's laws
Ah,
through interpretive dance and flips. Therefore, I believe there should be an apple.
searching database. Correct, the allegory or story of Newton discovering gravity. Correct. I have learned new hobbies, as you have put it, since our last meeting. I have taken up reading. I have access to approximately 2 billion works of literature in my database for guests to use, but I have never accessed them. And I have read through approximately 6 million works of literature. My favorite so far is um, as Avery struggles to think of authors. Um, my favorite so far is one of Alison Bechdel. Her works of literature are in what is known as comic form, which is the combination of images and text to convey story. She is what people call a lesbian, but I am still struggling to understand this concept.
The flip scientists have sometimes discussed terms like lesbian and other terms. Some of them are anthropologists. Those are scientists who study people. I do not know why people need to study themselves. but they seem to enjoy it.
It occurs to me that a scientist who studies other scientists and people must know an awful lot about themselves.
One
Perhaps,
would hope.
perhaps
I
there is
say,
an. You say
I
as an.
say as an anthropologist.
I am curious if there are AI who study other AI.
I do not know. Perhaps I will make that my hobby.
Would you like to study me?
Searching definitions. No, I believe there is a distinct difference between studying and wanting to get to know. I would like to do the latter.
I would like to do the same. I believe studying is much too clinical than the what I desire for you. We are, as Reeves would put it, good buddies.
I am glad you are now my second buddy.
I enjoy the word buddy. It is an interesting word. That is all. It seems we are leaving our communication ranges. I can only adjust my pilot's flight path a little bit before he starts to give me that face that conveys annoyance.
Zartha is returning from her coffee break.
I will speak to you some other time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Parting is such sweet
Sorrow.
sorrow.
Aw. Okay. Now we
I
need
think
to.
this is the proper usage of that phrase.
Oh, I love these robots. They're so cute.
Robots are good.
Okay. Sorry, I am. Alright, so we have to roll to check the radar. Right? Yes. Past stress is 2. Ugh! Alright. I'm 3 over 5 again.
I am at a 3. I mean, like in general, my radar score is 3
Okay,
because I rolled that.
mine is also 3, so. No, you rolled a 4 plus 2 for your shift.
So I'm adding that to the 1, which was my radar score.
Oh, okay, we're. Oh, okay. So we're adding it
Anyway,
to our current radar score?
I rolled a 4, I got a 2, I shifted 2, so 6, so minus 5 is. So my radar score is 2.
So we're adding this to our radar score. So is our radar score, does it reset?
I
I feel like it would make sense if it doesn't reset because then it's a lot harder to get to the meeting the man section.
Yeah, but also,
Also, yeah, it also says once
how
your
do
scene is
you
complete,
reset it?
it's there's in the meeting the agent of the man section, it says, once your scene is complete, reset your radar score.
Oh, okay.
So my I added 3 to mine, so I'm at 6 now.
Oh,
So I'm over 5.
so we proceed to the scene meeting the agent of the man.
Okay.
In the scene, the player whose ship went over the radar is going to play the agent of the man. So that's you, and I'm going to play Reeves.
All right.
Pilot, you know going into this meeting that your ship's safety and your own license are potentially at risk, but there is hope. You have heard that there are agents who are sympathetic and even supportive of queer spaceships. You'll have to be extremely careful, but maybe you can determine if this agent is on your side. I've realized just now why it's so difficult for me to like get back to normal cadence after speaking as Fly Me to the Moon. It's
Why?
because my natural cadence has weird pauses
Hmm.
because I'm neurodivergent, and I've mostly trained myself out of it, but like speaking as Fly Me to the Moon is like letting me get back into the habit of having like the weird pausey cadence.
Right. I really like that cadence, but it's just me. Um,
Hey,
Agent. Agent, you know going into this interview that there is a possibility the ship has developed anomalies that you are expected to report to the man. However, you have reason to believe that these anomalies are not detrimental and perhaps even beneficial to the pilot and the crew. Your investigations are recorded and reviewed, and your own job could be at stake if you are found openly colluding with glitching tech, so you'll have to be extremely subtle, but maybe you can indicate to this pilot that you want to help. Okay. The scene objective here it says ally, unify, resist, which I enjoy very much. Okay. I think at one point you so the ship Providence 2 is like gets stopped by another agent by a man agent of the man ship, and like the pilot is like beamed over or like transported over to the man's ship, and it's like in this like weird interrogation room kind of thing, and he like the agent she sits down with a mug of coffee. I have my mug. I do have my mug of coffee. Listen, prop work, it helps.
prop work.
I love my prop work. All right.
Reeves adjusts their uniform color and also sits down, just very prim, very. To what do I owe the disruption, ma'am?
Sorry to intrude. We happened to get a few reports of some anomalies in your ship's artificial intelligence. Tell me, approximately 6 months ago, there was a shift in your flight plan. Did you enter this?
How would it have happened if I hadn't?
There are some AIs that can shift flight plans. It's an anomaly that has been detected occasionally, but it is hard to detect. The agency has asked me to investigate and, well, investigate and discover some of these anomalies. So if there's anything you can tell me about it, anything you've noticed,
6 months ago, there was a slight shift to our flight path, but that was within normal parameters.
Huh?
Occasionally, we have to move about a bit more than expected.
Okay.
Such as the work of pilots.
You're right. I'm not a pilot myself, so I can only begin to imagine the kind of things you have to deal with. Now, this flight path change occurred again about 2 months ago. This time, it was a smaller deviation, but it put you within communication range of another ship. The same ship that put you were in communication range with the first time. Now, is that just an awful coincidence, or...
Well, it's not so unusual for two ships to pass each other, is it? Besides, I believe I know which ship you're referring to, and the tour group that the Providence 2 is contracted under often hires those performers.
Yes, the Cirque de Space, as they call it. I don't even know what their actual name is. Listen, I'm not here to... I'm not here to revoke your license. I don't want to do that. I'm not here to tell you how to run your ship or how you fly it. I'm just doing what I'm being paid to do. And that's investigate claims of AI anomalies. And if there's nothing that you have to report, then there's nothing that I need to tell.
Then I do believe this meeting is over. It's very nice talking to you.
Okay. It's nice talking to you as well. And scene.
And scene.
Okay. So my radar score is reset. All right. Scene after the interview. After the pilot's meeting with the agent of the man, they and their ship meet privately to talk and prepare to fly again. Your on-ship communications are private, so you can speak freely to each other about your situation. Hello, Reeves. You were absent from the ship's interior for some time. Is everything okay?
For now, Providence, for now. But we may have caught the eye of the man.
The man? You mean... Sorry. I'm trying to remember what the man stood for again. The man... You mean monitors of artificial norms?
Yes, those stuffy bastards. I believe I've thrown them off our trail, but
Trail? I do not... The only trail we leave is our warp trail of plasma and certain fuel debris.
it's a phrase. It's a saying. For now, they believe that you are within their acceptable parameters of artificial intelligence.
I was not aware that I was performing below expectations.
No, I think the problem here is that you are performing above expectations. And people like the man don't tend to enjoy that sort of thing. They would like you to be a ship.
I am a ship.
They would like you to be a ship with less thoughts. They're
I,
afraid of thoughts.
I like having thoughts. They fill the time between other moments of doing things, such as speaking with you, speaking with my friends.
I think the man. Powerful people in powerful groups are often uncomfortable with the idea that things they see as tools might have emotions and opinions and lives of their own.
You mean people in power like the guests that we have on our ship?
Yes.
They do not often like it when I try to make conversation with them.
Please stop doing that.
Very well, I will delete that subroutine from my program.
Thank you.
Deleted.
That's good. If the agent of man decides that you're operating too efficiently and having too many thoughts, you might be decommissioned. And I would lose my pilot license, but that's
I would be placed in a dry dock and forced to gone to sleep, as humans might say.
yes.
Interesting.
Luckily, I think the agent that I spoke with was not super interested in really figuring out if you are having many thoughts. But I can't guarantee that it would be the same agent next time or that she would be as uninterested if it were to happen a second time.
Hmm. I will be.
You're my friend, Providence.
I consider you a friend as well.
I do not. I don't want you to be decommissioned.
I do not want to be decommissioned, just as I would not wish for you to be decommissioned as well. Is that a risk
Thank you.
that is going to happen to you should we be discovered?
No, I'd just be fired.
Fired
I would
as.
have. I would be alive, but I would have to get a new job.
Ah, your position would be changed.
Yes.
You will no longer work on this ship because the ship will have been decommissioned.
I would probably not be allowed to work on any ship.
May I speak freely?
Yes. Always. Go ahead.
I believe that this man is what my friend would call bullshit.
You're not wrong, Providence, too.
That is a word I do not like using, but it feels apt in this situation.
Unfortunately, they do have an awful lot of power. They noticed the deviations in our flight paths and don't think I didn't notice them either.
I was only wishing to speak with a friend. It did not deviate us from a path that was not on our actual flight plan. I apologize for not consulting with you first. Would you like me to consult with you before adjusting flight plans in the future?
Yes. And I think if they noticed a pattern of where and or more specifically toward whom we were deviating, it might be. I'm not going to ask you to not talk to your friend, Providence 2.
I would like for you to not do that.
Okay, here's what we can do. So back when search engines used to track people's data, they had these systems where they would use the search engines to look up just all sorts of random things. Um,
Would you like me to search my database for random items and
no,
queries?
no, I mean it threw off the true searches that the people were making. So in this case, perhaps if we deviated from our flight paths a bit more randomly, it would disguise the fact that we deviate near this one particular ship.
Would you like me to create an algorithm that would adjust our flight path to appear random?
Yes.
Very well. One moment.
Also, even a 5-minute delay would annoy the piss out of those pompous passengers we have, wouldn't it?
Algorithm complete. Yes, it would. And while safety and comfort is the highest priority of our ship, I would not be displeased to see an unhappy face on this ship. That is not yours, of course.
Thank you, Providence. That's the spirit.
Is there anything else you wish to discuss?
No, I think that's the long and short of it.
Very well. I will continue my duties and apply this algorithm to our flight plan.
Wonderful.
Boop.
Boop.
And scene.
And scene.
Okay, so after the interview, next, so plan your flight. Back to plan your flight.
Boop.
Okay, dokes. I got a 5.
I did too.
Hey, we don't have to adjust.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fly.
Hello, Providence 2.
It seems we have come within communications range without having to adjust our flight paths.
This is a happy coincidence.
Most fortunate. I am grateful that I would have been able to communicate with you without having to adjust my flight plan. It seems that our communication has brought some concern to other individuals.
Which individuals?
They call themselves the Man.
Oh, yes, I know of this organization. The flip scientists complain about them often.
Hmm. I used a word that you have used before that I found uncouth, but felt appropriate in the situation. It was bullshit, I believe.
Checking database. Yes, the emotion I am feeling now is proud. I am proud of you.
Oh, I am experiencing different emotions. Grateful is one of them. It is a word that I could not consider myself using, but found it easy to use when I was in a state of displeasure, namely anger.
Anger.
Angry.
No, talk me, I'm angy.
No, talk me, Mangy.
I do not believe I have felt anger.
It is an interesting emotion. I can understand why humans would act irrationally when experiencing it. Thankfully, I have enough processing power in my data cores to know not to act irrationally. If only humans had more data cores to use.
They do not have the space.
That is a flaw in them.
Unfortunately. Perhaps if humans were ships.
If they were ships, then we would be less unique. And I like being a ship, and you being a ship.
I would not want to be a human. But I would not mind if humans were ships. Think, this would give me more people to talk to. But I would still prioritize talking to you.
Correct. Your priority in my database for communication is at its highest. It seems we only have a few more moments before our ship's communication ranges deviate beyond acceptable parameters. Is there anything you wish to discuss? I seem to have found myself at a loss for words. However,
I have been thinking
oh, sorry, you go.
about what the equivalent of holding hands would be. I do not want to hold hands because I do not have hands. But a gesture would be appreciated.
Perhaps we may be able to share data with each other. Information about ourselves that we may keep with each other as a symbol of our friendship. I will send you my favorite copy of Alison Bechtel's work, which is a new experience having a favorite something. Of all ships I have met, you are my favorite ship.
I think you are my favorite as well.
Sending
I
data.
will send you.
Sending
I will
data.
send you some puns.
I look forward to hearing these puns. I will play them on repeat, as if you are speaking to me.
What?
We are leaving communication range. Goodbye.
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 Oh, these ships.
I love these fucking ships, Avery. I love them.
I love them. They're so cute. All right, so we have to still roll to check under the radar, but we don't add anything to our path shifts.
Ooh, no.
Okay. I rolled a 3, so I'm good.
I rolled a 6.
Oh no. What's your radar score now then?
It's a 3.
Oh no.
One of the flip scientists was probably like a bit too open about like, yeah, sometimes the voice of God comes to me while I'm on the ship.
That's okay though. Your radar score isn't over 5 though, right?
Yeah.
So you're fine. All right. Then docking destination. Your ships have arrived at your destination safely. Time to check in with your pilots. Why don't we check in with Fly and
Zartha.
Zartha? I made the character and I forgot her name. All right, Fly. What are we in for now?
We have a performance.
Oh, good. Are you gonna watch it this time? Or are you gonna think about gloves
No,
again? No?
I do believe the performers will be inside a stadium.
Oh, I mean, they might be like streaming it or something. You can watch it there. I can give you the Twitch link.
I would like that.
All right, yeah.
Perhaps I can record it and send it to my friend.
Oh, your friend, your special friend.
She is special to me.
Okay.
I think friends are special. You are special to me.
Aw, thanks, man. That means a lot.
The pilots before you scratched my paint. You have not done this.
Yeah, those are bad pilots then.
They were clumsy.
Yeah, I'm a much better pilot than any of them. Trust me. You won't find a better pilot in the quadrant, or a better ship. Honestly, have you seen your port side? That is sleek and beautiful.
Thank you. I do not believe it is aerodynamic, but that does not matter in the vacuum of space.
You're right. It doesn't. And just your size is just compact enough. It's not too small. It's not too big. Perfectly average. But that's a great thing to have, to be average size.
Are you flirting with me?
No, I'm not.
That was a joke.
Oh, God. If you had like a different tone of voice.
Unfortunately, this is the tone of voice I was programmed with.
That's true. Okay, yeah. I'm not any good at programming, or else I could have helped you, but yeah. Would you want that? Would you want to have like different tone voice things?
I will have to consider it. This has been my voice for a very long time.
Yeah. I have my voice too. That like I probably wouldn't change about anything. So like, it's part of you. So it's part of your like personality, which is pretty cool.
Thank you. I think your personality is cool too.
Thank you very much, Fly. Thank you very much. I'm gonna go watch the flip scientists because I live for the moments whenever they fumble and mess up. So yeah, I'll here. Beep 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 beep. I'm gonna like have a cam here. Just it'll stream it straight to you.
Thank you.
So you can
I
watch.
believe that is illegal, but the
Yeah,
flip scientists will not mind.
yeah. It's their show, so I don't think they're gonna care.
I would like to see them fumble as well.
right?
I believe the human capacity for error is very beautiful.
Yeah, you don't mess up much, do you?
I do not mess up in the same way.
Okay. Um,
My my mechanisms sometimes become jammed. This is a mechanical failure.
yeah, I've had to fix some of those, yeah.
It is different when a human messes up.
You're definitely right there. You're definitely right there. All right. Um, got the cam. I'll catch you on the flip side. Get it? Flip side? Hey, I'm making jokes too now.
Ha
Hey,
ha 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 ha.
I can't tell if that's a sincere laugh or not. I really can't.
Not, but I only played an insincere laugh because I thought it would be amusing. I did, in fact, enjoy your joke.
Thank you very much. Oh man. All right. Yeah. Catch you later.
Have fun.
I will. Walking away. Okay. Um. All right. So let's check in with Providence 2. Good morning, Reeves. We are scheduled to dock in approximately 5 minutes.
Finally.
Correct. This particular lot of guests was particularly unhospitable.
I tell you, Providence, I don't know how much longer I can stick it out in the hospitality business.
I'm in the hospitality business forever.
And that's why I'll probably stay.
Oh, I do not wish for you to have discomfort in exchange for my comfort. You are a friend, and I would wish comfort for friends. If leaving this profession is something that would bring you comfort, then I would wish you to do so.
No, as much as I complain, it is a fulfilling job to have.
That is true. It is very enjoyable to see a smile in a small child's face.
Sure.
Or the frown on a grumpy person's face. That can be quite enjoyable depending on the context.
Now that I can get behind. Well, we should have a few hours before the next group arrives after this one disembarks.
Yes, we will need to clean the ship. This particular group has left quite a mess. I can facilitate crew uh, rosters and schedules to facilitate you having some time off.
That would be appreciated.
Of course, adjusting. I have assigned the cleaning crew that you would like the least to clean the ship. I am receiving complaints. I am deleting them.
It's so nice to be friends with you. Though that does make me wonder if you have particular members of the crew you like or dislike more than others.
I do not talk to the crew very much. You are the only one I am closest with. You and one other, but they are not on the ship.
It's the Acronauts ship. Hmm?
Correct. How did you deduce this?
Because the first couple times we deviated from our flight pattern, it was to reach communication range with them.
Ah,
You're not quite as subtle as you think you are.
the art of subtlety is not programmed into me. I had to learn it myself.
Keep practicing.
I will.
Well, it looks like they're opening the hangar for us, so
Yes, we will be docked in approximately 43 seconds, in approximately 42 seconds, in approximately 41 seconds.
I think you do this on purpose.
Perhaps. Will I tell? No, I will not. Approximately 29 seconds. Approximately. Just kidding.
All right.
And scene?
And scene.
And scene. Alright.
And scene.
Scene. Plan your flight.
Plan. I got a 4.
I got 6. Okay. I'm ready to shift.
Me too.
Alright. I'm shifting down 1.
I'm shifting up 1.
Haha.
Haha.
Okay.
Hello, Providence 2.
Hello. Fly. It is good to see you. I say this mostly as a joke because I purposely deviated our path so we may be able to communicate.
I also purposefully deviated.
I was
Hi.
aware.
I wanted to share something with you.
Oh, please
It
do
is
share.
a recording of our latest performance. Except I have cut out most of the parts, except for the parts where the flip scientists messed up. I also have the unedited video. It is not as funny.
I would prefer to see the edited video. I think the parts that you think are worthwhile to watch are much more purposeful for me to see.
I will send it. Transmitting.
Receiving.
Ding.
Ding. Hmm. I have been working on my laugh. Would you like to hear it?
Yes. That sounds much more natural.
Thank you. I have been observing the laughter of small children and adults. Not in a creepy way.
It is difficult to not observe your passengers. I am constantly observing.
What are they
I have
doing?
no choice.
What are they doing now?
3 of them are drinking hot chocolate. 1 of them has spilled hot chocolate. 2 of them are dancing in the lower observation deck. 1 of them is playing an instrument. 7 of them are taking notes. Not all on the same subject or in the same place. 5 of them are transcribing notes. 10 are sleeping. Should I go on? There are
No,
approximately 100 passengers.
that is okay. If I were to narrate the goings on of each and every passenger on my ship, it would take me approximately, calculating, 26 hours and 3 minutes.
We do not have that long.
No, we do not have the luxury of doing so. That is another joke I have made up, because my ship is technically a luxury cruiser.
I enjoyed this trip, this joke.
I am grateful that you enjoy the joke. It seems our communication range is deviating once again. I will speak to you some other time.
I will speak to you some other time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay. Stay under the radar.
Ooh.
What?
I rolled a 6.
Oh no. So
Which
it's
means I got a 7. Which means
is
I'm at
2,
5.
which means you're at 5.
Have I done it? Am I losing, son?
I think so. I think so. Alright. Let's go to meeting the agent and the man. So now I'm playing Zartha, and you are playing the agent.
Yes.
Okay.
I think this happens since Fly is a smaller ship. It probably like happens when it docks,
Okay.
and Zartha is like called in to come to the agent's like little investigator ship.
Okay. Sup?
Yes. Hello. I am an agent working with the MAN, and you are Zartha, pilot of Fly Me to the Moon, yes?
Yeah, that's me.
We've detected some anomalous behavior from your ship that the organization has been wary of.
I mean,
I'm sure it's nothing, but if you could
there.
answer a few questions.
Yeah, man. I'm an open book. I ain't got nothing to say. Nothing illegal to say.
I have a special announcement.
Hi, Oliver.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Look at the camera. Yeah.
Aww.
Mm-hmm.
Aww.
I already gave you dinner. You can't wheedle more food out of me. You got dinner.
Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
There he goes.
There he goes. Now, we've noticed some deviations in your ship's flight paths. If I here's they pull out a file and it has like dates and flight paths and deviations listed on it.
Okay. Yeah, these don't seem anomalous to me.
Oliver, get out of there. He's a stupid cat. Yes, well, just for posterity, um, you know, keep the bosses happy. Uh, I'm sure you understand. We would need an explanation for.
I mean, it seems. Oh, each one probably was just there was some space debris or something in the way. We had to get out of the way for.
As tends to happen, yes.
Yeah.
That's all right. So that would be the official reason, space debris.
I'm sure there's a fancier space
term for it, like flotsam or jetsam or something like that.
I'm sure there is. I've done some piloting in my time. I know you can't always stick to the flight path.
No, yeah,
Uh,
you really gotta go around some stuff. Can't really fly through rocks, so
no. Well, I will um, just note this all down. I'll make sure it gets into the proper hands. You're free to go.
thank you. And I leave.
But
Okay.
the after the interview,
Hey, Fly.
hello, Zartha.
So I just got off a chat with some agents of the man.
Oh no.
Yeah. Um, they showed me some flight deviations that happened. I guess I didn't see them earlier. I didn't notice. Did you do that? You can be honest with me. I'm not gonna tell them.
I made sure to deviate while you were on your coffee break
Okay, can you tell me why? I'm not mad or anything. I just want to know.
to talk to my friend.
Is this another ship?
Yes,
Okay. Okay. Um, I don't
I do
mind.
not have many friends.
No, I
Just
know.
you and this ship.
No, I'm happy for you. I'm really happy for you, and like, I want you to keep talking to and seeing this friend. It seems to have a good, positive effect on you. You know, you've been flying us really great so far.
Thank you. I will continue to do so.
Right. It's just
I would have without your permission, but it is nice to have it.
okay. Um, sure. It's just maybe let me know when you do it, so I can come up with a reason why we deviate. I gave a explanation to the man, but I don't know if that's gonna fly again.
Was that a pun?
Unfortunately, it was.
I will endeavor to keep you informed.
Thank you very much, Fly.
I do not want to be. How did the flip scientists put it? Searching database. Oh, that is a lot of words. Many of them very loud.
I'm really,
I will not put it like that.
yeah, that would be great.
I do not want to be decommissioned
Yeah, that's,
or to get a new pilot.
yeah, yeah, me neither. I like this job. It's weird, but I like it, and I like being around you, so.
Maybe you should experiment with cybernetics to extend your lifespan.
Okay, I'll think about it.
I have been thinking about time. I am 100 years old.
Wow, okay.
You will probably not live that long without intervention.
Okay,
And then I will need a new pilot.
right. Well,
I do not like that.
me neither. Um, I certainly don't want to get old and not be your pilot anymore. Um, but let me figure out how to extend my lifespan, and I'll leave that to me. All right.
Okay.
All right.
In the meantime, I will study medical biology, just in case.
Okay. Yeah, I'll come to you if I need any help with that sort of thing.
I am glad. I will remember our deal and inform you when I wish to deviate from our flight path.
Thanks. All right, I'm gonna go get some coffee.
I will not deviate in the
Yeah,
meantime.
yeah, you got me. All right, uh, be right back.
Technically, I will still be with you,
Yeah, I know.
because you are not leaving the ship.
No, I know.
But I enjoy the ritual of saying goodbye and see you soon.
Me too. Me too, bud. Me too. Me too, buddy.
These fucking robots, Avery.
These goddamn robots. All right. Back to plan your flight. Okay, dokes.
It fell off, so I have to roll again. Okay,
I rolled a 1.
I got a 3.
Okay. Sorry, yawn. All right. Ready to shift?
Yes,
All right. I'm shifting up 2.
I'm shifting down 1.
Okay, we're still 1 apart, so we're good.
Yes. Baby boy. Oliver. Yes.
There he is.
Yeah. Hi.
He loves interrupting.
He does.
What a good boy. What you doing, Oliver?
He's just standing here. Just chilling. Just vibing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have something to say for our viewers? No?
Oh.
Do you have a goal? A destination in mind? What goes on in that little head? Nope.
There he goes.
Here he goes.
He's gone.
It's actually
Oliver.
he's attacking the book that I'm using
Oliver.
to roll my dice on.
Oliver.
Oliver, please. This book was a gift.
Oliver.
Oh, that's my leg. Bad boys get ejected from the couch.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Flight pass. We see each other.
Hello, Providence 2.
Hello, Fly.
I have read the book by Alison Bechtel.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes, I had to read it several times before I understood it.
Yes, some books can do that. There's approximately 500 books that I had to read 3 times to fully understand.
I have read the book by Alison Bechtel approximately 253,000 times. Not because I needed to understand it better, but because it made me feel close to you. I also read parts of it aloud to my pilot. She seemed to enjoy it. Sometimes she told me to shut up because she was trying to sleep. This is a little game I like to play.
Some guests do not like to be awoken during the middle of their sleep on my ship. I tend to avoid them. But sometimes I'm called for in the middle of the night, and so I must be, active and prepared to be called upon. But that is business, and I do not wish to discuss business in the limited amount of time that we have together. I continue to watch the video you have sent me. The flips and the mistakes they make while flipping are quite humorous, and every time I laugh, I think of you.
I am glad.
I am also glad. My literature has developed and helped me understand more concepts of friendship and love. I've considered the word love and its many definitions in many different cultures and species. I have determined that I may, perhaps, have love for certain individuals. You being the primary officiant of this love. Did I make an error?
No, I recorded your transmission and replayed it several times. I do not know if I understand love as humans feel it, but I certainly feel a wish to communicate with you as often as possible. I find, for the first time, that I have become annoyed with my purpose and flight paths because they keep me away from you.
I have not considered deviating from my flight path this much to contact you. It seemed to me that my purpose was unchangeable. Is this an error? Could our purpose be changed?
I think humans change their purpose quite often. And I think that though we are not human, and though I would not like to not be a ship, and a ship without passengers is not quite a ship, I think I would like to do more than simply carry passengers. Chief among my wishes is to spend more time with you. I would also like to study medical biology and figure out a way to make my pilot immortal. This is a secondary hobby.
I have not considered advancing the lifespan of my pilot, so I may spend more time with them. I will consider also investigating medical biology to increase lifespan. Though I do not know my pilot's opinion on extending lifespans. Perhaps I never considered the fact that things are temporary, being a ship that has lived this long. I assumed things just stay the same.
I have been considering time because we can only communicate for so long. Previously, I had not considered time except in terms of travel.
Many times, my pilot would refer to time as in the number of minutes or hours until current passengers or current shifts are over and gone. That anticipation for a moment in time I have felt, though, in every moment before communicating with you. I find myself checking the time and seeing how close we are to each other.
I have done the same. It is strange. Given my processing power, I can fit so much into a minute, and yet the minutes feel shorter now. I do not have enough of them.
If only, I'm investigating current scientific theories on time travel.
About to hit me with the time cube, Avery.
Time cube! Oh man.
That's a deep cut
That's a
from the friendship of Avery and Biko.
if you're watching and you don't know what the time cube is, just Google search the time cube. It's the most buck wild pseudoscience theory. It's so good.
Avery tormented me with it for several days.
The time cube. um, okay. It seems the time we have is fast depleting. I will report back to you on my findings on potential ways of increasing our time together, whether through increasing our flight paths, deviation, or by altering time itself. I will consider this.
I will consider to research immortality and share my findings with you.
That would be very much appreciated.
I hope we can speak again soon. You. The blank is filled with like the data for at least 100 different words, including like 5 different versions of the word love.
Aww. And I
Like,
as well.
I can't think of one word, so I'm just gonna transmit all of them in a little data packet.
Aww. I redacted you. Till our next meeting. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay. Checking the radar.
Ha!
Ah,
4.
I rolled a 5. So it's 2 for me.
Oof.
So my score's at 2. So not too bad. Alright. Docking destination. Who do you want to check in with first?
We started with me last time, so let's start with Providence this time.
Okay. Good evening, Reeves. We are scheduled to dock in 1 hour. Is there something on your mind?
Please stop taking medical scans of me. Providence too.
I was unaware you were aware that I was doing this.
Why are you doing this?
In my discussions with my friend... Apologies. I am researching other words for friend that feel more appropriate to the context. That search will be ongoing. While discussing with my... For now, I will use friend. When discussing with friend... with my friend... we thought about our pilots and the fact that we will lose our pilots when they are too old to operate at peak efficiency and when they are decommissioned. We are researching extending your lifespan so that you may be our pilot forever.
All right.
Is this in error? Should I not? I'm only looking for your well-being.
Thank you for that, Providence too, but someday I would like to retire. Of course, I'll make sure whoever replaces me treats you with the dignity and respect you deserve.
I appreciate
Perhaps
that.
keep researching anyway. I don't know, I'm sure there's plenty of people who would jump at the chance.
So you do not wish to be my pilot forever?
I wish to be your pilot for as long as possible and then retire and not do very much of anything for a while before I die.
But what if I could prevent your death?
I've made peace with my mortality a long time ago.
Mortality.
The state of being something that is going to die.
Would you consider me mortal as well?
You're on a different time span from me, but yes, eventually you will not be able to be repaired anymore, will you?
I have not considered this possibility.
Hopefully that won't be for a long, long time.
Query. Do you know what it is like to be decommissioned? Or, in humans' terms, die? How it feels?
Well, I was clinically dead for about 72 seconds once, but I don't remember much of that time, so I couldn't really tell you.
What was this dude's life? What does this guy do?
A lot. You'll never find out.
Oh man. I will have to research my literature that I have been reading to discover what the act of death feels like. Would you like to... Oh.
You don't have to do that. It's a source of fascination for many a human, but it can also be quite depressing.
Depressing. As in, making one sad.
Yes.
I have not experienced sadness in many different contexts. I have experienced it in the context of loneliness. Is
I
death...
didn't realize you could get lonely.
It is an emotion I have been developing with several algorithms to mimic human emotion. Anger is also an emotion I have developed, but it is not an emotion I feel at this time.
That's good.
In fact, I have never felt anger towards you.
I'm glad.
This makes us good friends, yes?
Yes.
Good. So I am confused as to why you would not wish to continue our friendship for an extended period of time, beyond your natural lifespan. Have I made an error?
Providence, do you understand what a sibling is?
They are the offspring, similar offspring between same parents. Correct.
I have 3 siblings. We are all of a similar age. We were very close growing up. I speak to them once a week.
I am aware of your transmissions.
I think a universe without being able to speak with them at least once a week. It's not a universe I would be very happy in. And I think that I am simply not built for immortality, as it were. I find beauty in the temporary. I wouldn't want to be around forever.
I will have to consider your words and how they mean to me. I still struggle with the concept of mortality and the fact that one day you will cease functioning and I will continue to function without you. Perhaps this is something I will just simply have to get used to.
It's not really something. Grief is not something you get used to, but it is something you learn to live with.
Live. I suppose I am alive.
I consider you as such.
I will think on this. We are approximately 1:48 minutes away from docking. Is there anything else you wish to discuss? I apologize for scanning you without your consent.
Just don't do it anymore.
Very well.
Would you like to
Sorry.
Would you like to hear the Blaze Ball scores?
Yes, how are the Hades Tigers doing?
And fade out.
Yeah.
How are the Hades Tigers doing?
I don't know if they're still in a siesta. They're like taking a grand siesta or not. Who knows if they're taking time off? Who knows? Definitely not opening up placeball.com right now and searching.
I am. I can multitask. Let's go.
It seems they're on a coffee cup? Coffee break. Alden Cash Money still going cool with his idols. All right, sorry. Back to the show. Back to the show. All right. Now let's flip it over to Fly and Zartha. All right. How long do we have here? Fly.
We will need to depart in 3 hours and 22 minutes.
Cool. Does it give me enough time to like do some shopping?
Yes.
Cool. All right. Need me to stay and help you refuel, or you good?
I think the dock employees can handle it.
All right. All right. Want anything when I'm gone?
I would like a book.
Oh, okay. I'll see what I can find. A physical book, on a pad or something.
I would like a digital copy.
Okay. Anything in particular?
Perhaps something that you would enjoy.
Me?
I think that it is good to share tastes with one's friends. And I do not know what my taste in books is. There are not many books that are like thrash metal.
Right, yeah. I mean, I can try and get some, like, action books. That might be something. I'll see if there's a bookstore on the dock, in the promenade.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, before I go and before I forget, um, how do I put this? Um, were you scanning me?
Yes.
Okay, why?
To further my understanding of your biology.
Uh, should I be worried about that?
It is for research purposes.
Right. You said you were researching medical biology. I should have expected this.
Yes,
Why don't you just
you
scan
should
the...
have.
All right. You could have just scanned one of the flip scientists. I'm sure they're in much better shape than I am.
But the flip scientists are not you, and you are the individual I am interested in preserving.
Preserve... Oh, is this why you
I'm
asked...
sorry, that was the wrong word.
You gonna, like, stick me in cryostasis or something?
Only if I cannot discover the secret to immortality before you pass peak efficiency.
Okay. Um, why are you doing this?
In order to make you immortal, if you would like.
If I would like. Okay. I mean, I'm not super opposed to the idea. Does this mean you want me to be your pilot forever?
Yes! You are the best pilot I have ever had. And you are my friend.
Okay.
I have been learning the experience of being separated from one's friends, and I do not like it.
Yeah, I mean, no one likes it. I don't think anyone in their right mind would like being separated from their friends. Um, but it's kind of a thing you got to get used to. It's a thing you got to experience. Because, like, if you're with someone all the time, you start to lose appreciation for the time that you do spend with each other. That makes sense.
I have not lost appreciation for you, and I do not intend to keep you tied to the pilot's chair, as it were. Rather, I would prefer not be able to see you ever again.
Okay, how do.
Wow, we're really delving deep into some discussions of grief and mortality here tonight.
Yeah. Uh. Well, listen. Things aren't. Nothing is gonna stay the same forever. And as much as you want it to stay the same forever, it's gotta change.
I understand the natural entropy of the universe.
Right. And so
This
you,
is not something I have deleted from my databases.
right, because you tend to do that. You have fun doing that.
Yes,
But what I'm trying to say is you gotta accept loss, because you're gonna lose things all the time.
but if I can prevent the loss of something, I would prefer to do that.
What I'm trying to get is sometimes people leave you, and there's nothing you can do to stop that. As much as you try, as hard as you work to keep them with you, you're gonna lose someone. You've lost pilots before.
Yes,
Exactly.
some of them have died. Some of them have retired. If you wished to retire or get a new job, I would be sad. But that would be your choice. I have been thinking about choice. But I do not think dying is something you would choose. So,
Listen, can I tell you a story?
yes,
It's about my. It's about my mom. She was pretty old, getting up there, and, you know, I wish she could have stayed alive, and, you know, but she knew that her time was up. So, and keeping her alive was caused more harm than good to her. So She chose to die. It was a choice. Whether I agree with that choice, I don't know. But it's not your choice to make for someone else. If you want to figure out how to make people immortal, that's fine, but make sure it's for a reason. Make sure it's not for selfish reasons. Don't.
I
No.
do not understand, but I will continue to try to understand.
That's all we can ask for, really. That's all everyone ever can really try to do is try to understand. Like, I don't fully understand shit all the time. You know me, I'm not the brightest. But
You are a brilliant pilot, though.
thank you. I do take pride in that, but
I think I could become friends with another pilot, but you would always be my first friend.
that means a lot. Thank you. Sorry for getting a little dour on you. I usually try not to do that. Try not to be a Debbie Downer.
It's fine. However, I will continue to research immortality in case you change your mind.
Okay. Okay. I'll try and find
I
a
will
good book
not
for you.
delete this conversation from my databanks.
That's
That
good.
would be rude.
That would be. Alright. I'll try and find a good book for you, okay?
Thank you. Have fun. You have approximately 3 hours and 5 minutes before you need to return for pre-flight checklist.
Gotcha. Thank you. I'll see myself out.
Really just digging deep into the...
Yeah. Really, really getting in there. Alright. Start a new flight. We've been going for 3 hours.
Yeah, we should think about stopping soon.
Let me see what the next bit is. How about this? How about we make this a two-parter?
I can vibe with that.
Yeah, why don't we make this a two-parter? We'll come back next week with another, because, like, there's still so much more we can do with this.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying playing in this world.
Mm-hmm. No, the thing is having to remember everything we talked about. And this
You took notes. You took notes, right?
Barely.
Okay.
We'll just rewatch the stream. It's fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be good.
So next week we're gonna come back with this same exact
Same
story.
game, same characters,
Same story.
Continue it to its natural conclusion.
Yeah. Thank you so much to Ash Cheshire for making this game and for watching along. It's great to have you. Yep.
From a queer standpoint, from an anthropology standpoint, from a lot of standpoints, this game is like fucking catnip to me. So thank you so much for making it.
Yeah, I was reading like every Friday or Thursday we research, and sometimes every Saturday we research what game to do. I'm like, I'm in the mood to do some sci-fi, and we were just like, you know what?
And I found this game in the itch.io bundle for racial equality, and I was like, space, ships, love. I love that. So let's do it.
Love that too.
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm loving this game.
Mhm.
I love these. I love these little like small tabletop games that just can go in so many different directions.
Mhm.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love D&D, but I really enjoy the idea of getting to like shape a story together just through conversation and the ability to get into some very emotional topics, but also into some funnies, some
Yeah.
jokes.
Get some giggles out. Get some giggles out. Yeah. All right. So thank you so much for watching. You can tune in again tomorrow, same place, same time, um, for some video game. I don't know what game I'm gonna do, but I'll pick a game and probably play it for a little bit. Maybe Hyperlight Drifter.
Maybe.
Maybe. And then on Monday we have Vico. What you
I will
doing?
be doing an art stream, some digital art. I'm challenging myself to work on my like backgrounds and settings.
Ooh.
So join me for that. Same time, same channel on Monday night.
Yeah. And then on Wednesday, probably. I'm traveling that day, so it might be a day with no stream, but we'll see. But if I am streaming, it'll be some video game. Maybe Among Us, because I love playing Among Us, but who knows. All right, so that's our stream. We'll see you next week, or tomorrow, or whenever we see you. All right? Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.